If you've ever heard of Emma Watson, you need to watch this video. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Rosa, and before we start this video, please remember to subscribe to my channel if you want to see a new video every Tuesday. So welcome back to my Boss Babe series. This week it's time for episode 2, and this is all about Emma Watson. As you guys know, I ask 3 main questions on my Boss Babe series about the woman in particular to get to know her and find out why she's a boss babe. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Who is Emma Watson? I'm sure most of you guys know who she is. Emma Watson is a British actress who got famous from her role in Harry Potter as Hermione Granger. After that, she went on and made some great movies and always delivers great acting and really brings depth to her characters and shows us amazing versatility in her work. In between acting, she went to Brown University, which is really amazing, where after a few years she got her bachelor's in English literature. So besides being a good actor and being very beautiful, she's also very smart. And a fun little fact is that she even has a certificate to teach yoga and meditation, something we also talk about on this channel. She once said in an interview that she likes to meditate and uses it to feel at home with herself because of her uncertain future and the fact that she travels a lot. As she said, she can't rely on a physical space, so she wants herself to be her home at all times. Question number 2 is, of course, why is she a badass? And besides being a young, successful career woman, she is a badass for multiple reasons. As some of you may or may not know, besides her work as an actress, she has been a women's rights advocate and a human rights activist for years. She's been very actively involved in her work for human rights. She's been a UN Women Goodwill Ambassador since 2014, and with them she launched the campaign He for She. I don't know if you guys saw this on social media, but He for She is basically a movement that inspires men to join feminism and support women in equal rights, and also emphasizes on the fact that men should be allowed to be more vulnerable, and it shouldn't be weird for guys to be vulnerable, emotional, and non-aggressive. And if those two things end up going hand in hand, the world will look a lot better. And so with He for She, she called upon all men to join the movement and make equality a thing. The nice thing about that, which I think is very important, is that she includes all genders into feminism. So feminism isn't just for women and isn't women are better than men. A lot of people who don't read into it seem to think that way. There's a negative stigma on the word feminism, when in fact feminism is literally the belief of the social, political, and economical equality of the sexes. And that means that men and women should be equal. And her approach to this is to involve men more in feminism. I think that's a really cool thing, and I think that's really what the world needs. And like she says, we can't make a change if half of the world's population is not involved in it. And last but not least, what is her impact on women and women's rights? Now, this is one that I can't even begin to describe because I think she has an amazing impact on women and women's rights. To start by always speaking up about her beliefs and about equality and things that are important to her. She's never silent and she's never afraid of the backlash. People call her bossy, people call her unattractive because she's a feminist, people call her whatever they want to call her, and she will never silence herself. She always speaks up for women and equality and the right to education, and I think that's beyond amazing, and I think she's a really good role model to have. Of course, her work with the UN has impacted women and women's rights a lot. She set up movements, and now she's devoting all her time to the Time's Up movement. I'm sure you guys have heard about that. She even set up a new set of protocols with the BFI to make sure there's a protocol on sexual harassment on the entertainment industry, and when something like that occurs, that people have a protocol to fall back on so that it is more talked about, and hopefully in the future it'll disappear altogether. Of course, that's a big hope, but she's working for it, and that's really amazing. I'll link a video down below so you can see the explanation of what I just talked about, because she explains it herself in a YouTube video, so I will link it down below, and I highly recommend you check it out. To end off this video and this question about how she impacted women and women's rights, Malala Yousafzai, a woman I really want to make a video about, she literally told Emma that she calls herself a feminist because of Emma, and I think that basically basically says it all on how much of an impact she is to women and women's rights. And with that, I'm calling this video to an end, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and share it on all your social medias because it really helps. Also, please comment down below if you have any more fun facts on Emma, or if you want to give me some tips on which women you would like to see a video about next. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.